Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a dewy, glowy, and natural everyday makeup look using all cream products. And because I have acne prone skin and deal with some texture, I guess this is kind of coming from that standpoint. It doesn't have to be, even if you don't have a skin type like mine. I think these could still work really nice for you, still work great for you if you want to do a dewy, natural, and glowy makeup look using all cream products. Also, if you like clean beauty and beauty, health, and wellness related content, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into the video. To start off, I'm gonna use one of my absolute favorite sunscreens, and that is the Suntegrity Impeccable Skin Sunscreen. You've probably seen me talk about this a lot if you've been watching my channel. I've also done a review video on this, but I love it. It's kind of like a dupe for the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. It's a sunscreen that is going to give you some decent coverage while of course also giving you protection from the sun. And I just literally apply it like this, like a moisturizer, and hopefully you guys can see it's giving some decent coverage. And I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation to cover up, and it does help to kind of even those spots out a little bit, make them look less bright. I am going to go in with a concealer for spot concealing, but this is just a nice base. It looks super skin-like. It gives you a pretty little glow, as you can probably see. It just gives you a little bit of coverage, which is nice. Actually, honestly, I feel like it's a little bit more than a little bit of coverage. Like, I feel like I want to say like light medium coverage. It just gives really nice coverage, especially for a sunscreen, a tinted sunscreen. Also, I have this in the shade Buff. Then I'm going to go in with a concealer, and I'm going to use the Fit Glow Beauty concealer. I love this concealer, especially for spot concealing, because it is so like full coverage, especially for like within the clean beauty world. It's a really nice coverage concealer. I love this one. This is one that I have gotten a few times. I really enjoy it. So I'm just going to use this, put it over all of my little dark spots, or at least most of them. Luckily I have a few like active blemishes that are kind of healing up, but most of those spots that you see on my face are leftover like pigmentation. So I'm going to blend them in with my fingers. I'm just going to let them sit there for a second. And I'm going to go in with another concealer for under my eyes, and I'm going to use the RMS Beauty on Cover Up. This is in the shade 22. This is an all-time favorite of mine. I haven't not used this in so long, but I love it. And one of the reasons that I like it so much is because of how skin-like it looks. It blends in so nicely, and it gives a bit of a glow. You could use this even for like a spot concealing if you want, but it just gives such a beautiful look to the skin. I love it when like a concealer doesn't look heavy or cakey. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. But it really does like melt with your finger. So because of that, you might want to like set it down with a powder, just because it is very dewy. But it's a beautiful concealer. This one's also kind of old, honestly. I should probably replace it with a new one, because I think I've had this for like probably 2 years at this point, but still works. Now I'm just gonna blend the Fit Glow Beauty Concealer in. I'm just gonna use my fingers to blend that in. I could use a sponge, but I'm just gonna use my fingers. And you can tell how dewy my skin is looking right now, but you know, I used to kind of think that like cream products would just like really emphasize my texture. And while I can emphasize it a little bit, actually I feel like it sometimes just looks better than using a bunch of powder products if you have a lot of texture, because powder products can kind of cling to it. It kind of makes it look more natural and like you have less makeup on when you use those cream products. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with some bronzer. I'm gonna use the Tower 28 Beauty bronzer. This is their Bronzino in the shade West Coast. So it says buff along temples and under cheekbones for added warmth plus dimension. So I'm gonna use this Real Techniques brush, and I'm just gonna kind of dab this into the areas where I want to warm up. And it's a really pretty bronze shade. It has a little bit of like a shimmer in it, but it doesn't like come off as like chunks of glitter or anything. I I feel like the luminosity that it has like gives you a little bit of like a youthful look, or just a nice glow, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And super easy to use. It blends out so nicely, and you can probably tell like on the forehead there, I feel like you can almost like not tell that I'm wearing it. Like it definitely like warms up the skin, but it just looks so natural because it blends in so nicely into the skin. As you can see there, you can see that little bit of warmth that it's giving. It's really pretty, but it just blends in so nicely that it just doesn't look heavy. It just looks really nice. So then I'm actually gonna toss this same bronzer shade onto the lid and kind of use this as my eyeshadow. Really gorgeous eyeshadow shade, honestly. All right, so then I'm going to apply some blush. I'm going to use the Tower 28 Beauty blush in the shade Beach Please Magic Hour. It's a really pretty pinky, kind of peachy shade. Just gonna apply this to my cheeks, and as you can see, it gives some nice pigment. It's really dewy. My face is looking really dewy right now, so even though this is like a cream product kind of tutorial or a makeup look, I am gonna set my face just a little bit with a little bit of powder, just because it is so dewy. And normally when I'm using cream products, I will kind of like set a little bit, like some areas of the face with some powder, just so that it's not looking so dewy, because like, look how dewy I look. It looks super fresh and pretty and looks like skin, which is really nice, but it is super dewy. So I am going to set that, and I actually am going to do that right now. So I'm going to use the Fit Glow Beauty powder. It's their Vitaset powder. So it's really nice for traveling because it's literally in this, and it comes with a little brush on top, and then you can just pat it. So I'm just going to pat some under the eyes just to set that area. And then I'm also going to do the T-zone, so that's not looking so crazy oily. But I'm going to keep the cheeks without setting it, because I still think it looks nice to have a bit of that glow going on, but I don't want to look overly glowy where it just looks like I'm sweating, because I don't want that. And then you literally just like slide this little thing up, and it holds the brush, and you put it away. So this is super nice for traveling. I really like this. It's also good for touch-ups throughout the day. So then for highlighter, I'm going to use the Venics Organics highlighter. This is their Diamond Glow Melted Highlighter in the shade K Color. This is such a gorgeous highlighter. I was debating between using this and the RMS Beauty Magic Luminizer. This is another really good one if you're looking for like a cream highlighter. This one is absolutely gorgeous. The reason I'm kind of not going to use this one is because it's kind of old, so I feel like it's a little chunky just because I've had it for so long. I think I've had it for 2 years, maybe even more at this point. I got this like at the beginning of when I started getting into clean beauty, so it's kind of old. I feel like it's a little chunky, but honestly, you could still use it and it would still look nice. And the Venics Organics one, I feel like it looks pretty similar, honestly. Pretty highlighter. So I'm just going to dab this to the tops of the cheekbones. Just gives a really pretty glow and luminosity, and it has kind of that like champagne-y, slightly goldish tone, somewhat subtle but still gives you a nice glow. Also gonna take some on my nose, take some on the eyelids, not the eyelids, the brow bone, on the cupid's bow. Now I need to do my eyebrows. So for eyebrows, I am gonna use the Plume brow pomade. This is their Nourish and Define pomade. I have this in the shade Ashy Daybreak. If you tend to go for that kind of like taupe shade, I feel like this one is a good shade for that. I normally go for taupe shades. This is like a bit of a more like creamy kind of brow pomade, so I feel like you just want to make sure you get just a little bit on the brush at a time so that you don't apply too much product. And this is also the Plume Science brush, so it comes with a little eyebrow brush here and then also a spoolie, which is really nice. It's a really good thing that goes with it, because that makes it easier to apply the product. I also really like their brow pencil. That I definitely use more often, and that's just because I feel like it's just quicker and easier. Just a personal preference, but I do want to like use this more often because this is nice. So then I'm just gonna brush through with the spoolie just to make sure it looks nice and even, isn't looking too chunky, making sure there isn't too much product in one area. For the lips, I'm gonna use the Tower 28 Beauty blush again. Again, this is in the shade Beach Please Magic Hour. So I'm actually gonna use this for my lips. Just have that kind of match the blush shade that I have going on. Peachy nude pink shade. And then I actually kind of want to apply more to the cheeks because I feel like it kind of like came off a little bit, or like it just wasn't looking, not looking as bold. There we go. Just kind of brighten that up a little bit. You can really keep blending and blending it in, and it just blends so well. And I also do still need to apply mascara, so I'm gonna do that. But first, I'm actually going to top the lips with this Kosas lip gloss. This is their Wet Lip Oil Gloss. I think that's what it's called. And this is in the shade Jellyfish, and this is just a nice clear shade. So I'm just going to pop that on top. Let me just set my face a little bit more because it's looking so dewy. But it looks so pretty and skin-like. And if you were to do like an all cream look like this and you want to make sure that you like can set it throughout the day, you don't want it to look super oily or anything like that, this is really nice because it's good for like traveling, tossing in your purse, and just good for touch-ups throughout the day. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara. I'm gonna use the Fit Glow Beauty Mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes and apply this, and I'll do that off camera and then I'll be right back. All right, so this is the completed look. I think it's really nice if you want a makeup look that isn't gonna look heavy. Maybe you have acne prone skin, maybe you have texture, or just maybe you wanna go for a look that is really simple, quick to do, and just looks really fresh and natural and gives you a little bit of a glow. I think using all cream products like these are really great. They're also just super easy to use. They blend like a dream, and yeah. So this is a look. It's great for every day, something that's not super bold, but just kind of gives you a pretty youthful glow, adds a little bit of color to the cheeks. Yeah, it's just fresh and glowy and dewy. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you guys are interested in checking out any of the products that I used in today's video, I will have everything listed and linked in the description box below. I'd love to know which of these products stand out to you. Maybe you have tried some of these products. I'd love to know your thoughts on them. Definitely let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want to see my review of the Suntegrity Impeccable Skin Sunscreen, I have that on my channel. I'll link it in the description box below, or I'll put a card up here. If you want to see some other makeup looks that I've done, maybe you want to see some One Brand tutorials, I have a whole playlist on my channel for One Brand tutorials and reviews if you guys want to check that out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all for my next video. Bye guys.